Yes, we're waiting for it to kick off. There we go. We are live. You are rocking out with yours truly, the Source. These are some highlights of the fight yesterday. Tyson Fury, Dillian White. And then we're gonna, see we got it on mute because we are providing our own audio on this. But Tyson Fury looked it good. We'll play a little bit of the highlights, and then we will speak on a couple of things where we rate him in heavyweight history, things of that nature. Like I said, you're rocking out with yours truly, Showtime Sizzle. I am the Source. This is the Source Experience. Now with yours truly, the Source. This is the Source Experience. A little bit of the highlights. Just want to make sure that audio is sounding good. There we go. We are sounding good. And good fight yesterday for Tyson Fury. Great heavyweight movement for a man as massive and large as he is. Put Dillian White out with a serious uppercut. Serious uppercut. But like as you can see right here, Tyson Fury was definitely on his stick. I believe he was setting the uppercut up all night. I had him winning every single round, to be honest with you. I didn't give Dillian White one round to keep it tall. I wanted to come on yesterday, but yesterday it was the Source Experience. See, one thing about my brand is more than just boxing. It's been more than just boxing. So we was doing other things, but today you see how I came on. I'm spicing it up. Those of y'all can follow the lead. But yes, Dillian White, I think he was just happy for the payday. I think he got excess of $7 million, biggest payday of his career. Because coming out there, as you can see in these highlights, he really didn't have too much of a game plan. You just see Tyson Fury was really toying with him, setting him up, stab to the body right there. Dillian White was just, I guess he was just happy to be fighting in front of 94,000, getting $7 million, things of that nature. But I want to say this about Tyson Fury, right? And Sugar Hill, right? Shout out to my man Sugar Hill. Had the pleasure of interviewing him. He shouted me out. One of the dopest drops. I got to incorporate that into the show. They always have great game plans. Sugar Hill doesn't get a lot of credit, man. He needs to get more credit as a coach because, he put together. Arguably, listen, Deontay Wilder, man. People, Wilder, we haven't heard from him, but Wilder was one of the most dominant heavyweights of our era. Tyson Fury pretty much took it to him twice. Some people could say 3 times, but the first fight was declared a draw. But the second two, a stoppage and then a knockout. So it was like, to do that to a guy who was steamrolling everything says a lot, man. Says a lot. Tyson Fury can box, man. He showed that yesterday, man. Box is beautiful, and his coach, man, like I said, Sugar Hill doesn't get enough props. Like, everybody highlights all these other coaches. Why highlighting Sugar, man? So shout out to Sugar Hill. Hopefully Tyson Fury doesn't retire. He should run the gauntlet, man. Try to become undisputed, man. Because me personally, I think he beats Usyk. He had knocked Joshua out. I don't see a heavyweight beating him. I know we hear the stories of what Jared Anderson alleged did to him. Man, that's hard to believe, man. It's not hard to believe, but when you see this guy box, man, 6'9", what was he yesterday? 260 something. Could move, the feints, the up tops, up downs, like we like to call. Dude is something special, man. Special, man. After these highlights is done, I'm going to chop it up on that. But I just wanted to incorporate the highlights. Like I said, I'm gonna drop a lot of sauce later. I'm doing my own thing now, man. I've been doing my own thing, but like as far as like when it comes to this boxing, like I'm not gonna really give it too much energy like that, man. Like a lot of dudes be tagging me in they boxing and stuff. That's cool and everything, but like I don't just discuss boxing with random people. It doesn't. That's not my cup of tea. You feel me? Like I do my own thing for my catalog. So when I do come on here and discuss boxing, just for my catalog. And I think more so like just observing, boxing on YouTube, period, right? And really being at fights, being in the gyms. YouTube boxing been turned me off because like there's so many boxing channels, right? That they talk boxing 24/7, 24/7, all day, every day. But it's like to me, I call them agents, man. Agenda agents, all different type of agents, because when you present them with real actual boxing experience, they hate, they're jealous. Like Tyson Fury is probably receiving so much hate this morning, but the man is yo. Like I watched one live where they said he hasn't done enough. Man, what he done, right? The man was depressed, right? Remember when he was depressed? He gained all that weight. He was stripped of his titles and all kind of shit. He came back and beat arguably, the most dominant heavyweight of the time before he did what he did to him, Deontay Wilder. After coming off a hiatus. Hopefully I said that word right. And you gotta get a man his props, man. Gotta get a man his props, man. The man can fight, man. He doesn't like if you look at his appearance, he looks sloppy. But see, people fail to realize, right? Just because somebody doesn't have a six pack or the eye muscles doesn't mean they don't have muscles. This is a big, strong man. A big, strong man. A fucking polar bear, man. That can move. That could box. He could box, man. He could really actually box, as you see right here in these highlights. Look, Dillian White is a strong dude. He could not figure him out for nothing. Look how he's moving around on him. Counter right there. You see that counter? Boom. Like he had Dillian White to fuck. It was only a matter of time. He set that uppercut up all night. When he landed it, man. See, heavyweights is different, man. All it takes is one punch with heavyweights. All it takes is one with the big boys. Yes, the big boys. I think after watching this performance, Deontay Wilder definitely would have knocked Dillian White the fuck out. Pardon my language. Definitely would have put him to sleep. He didn't show me nothing. Like, the closest I think a fighter's going to come to beating Tyson Fury was Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder in that third fight dropped him, floored him, gave him everything. The first fight had him out, and he did the Undertaker. That's why the lives I did earlier in the week, I said, yo, this dude Dylan White beats him and possibly lands something and knocks him out, I'm gonna be so disappointed because I seen this guy take the best from Wilder and get up. And like I said, Wilder was one of the most dominant heavyweights. He was putting everything to sleep. Nothing was going the distance with him. But Tyson Fury could box his ass off, man. You got to get a man his props, man. These are the highlights from yesterday. When I shut this down, I'm going to drop some more source experience photography. Like I said, we are doing more than just boxing. Boxing is cool, but boxing right now to me is like Pretty much, it's turned into like I want to say like the music industry, because you get all these boxing channels, right? And this is no slap or no slight at anybody, right? But you got guys that talk boxing 24/7. They debate boxing 24/7, all day, every day. But they disrespect the real players in the game, the amateur pros, guys that's in the gym. They just disrespect it. They just disrespect it. So that's why, if you notice, man, I have been expanding the store's brand. Like I said, when I get done with this, I wrap this up. I don't know how long I'm gonna stay on with this. I got a whole bunch of photos I want to upload because, like I said, I'm stepping my photography game up now. I'm adding that to the source experience, man. But yes, the movement yesterday, I think it was just a little too much for Dillian White. The movement was just too much. Shout out to Captain Chaos in the building. I see E. But yes, the movement. And when I wrap this up, I'm going to tell you where I seen Tyson Fury said he's the greatest heavyweight of all time. He's up there, but I'm not going to say of all time, man. Because, some statements you can't really make because you didn't fight in that era. You didn't fight in that era. I would love to have seen what you could have done with Lennox Lewis, other big guys that could have boxed, like a Larry Holmes, guys like that. But you definitely one of the good ones, man. I'm not gonna slight you on that because, like I said, you did something, and people overlook this because Deontay Wilder is like an icon, especially in the YouTube community. He's like the greatest. He's the king. What you did to the king after coming off of depression, not fighting 3 times in a row, says who you really are, man. It's a testament to how good you are. Because, see, guys don't want to talk about that. Deontay Wilder was stopping everything, and here you beat him up 3 times, man. Granted, the first fight was a draw, but the second 2, there was no what's the name? But then you had a whole community, your character of cheating and egg weights and all that. Sad, man. Did he have an egg weight yesterday when he hit Dillian White with that uppercut? He must have had something in his gloves yesterday too, because that was a one puncher. That was an uppercut. Ping, ping, ping. So he must have had another egg weight in his glove, man. Because Dillian White got up and stumbled into the referee, man. It's just a big polar bear that could fight, man. He can move. Great lateral movement for a guy that massive, man. He's 6'9". 6'9". These are the highlights. You see, I got it muted. Therefore, they cannot report this, because I'm just speaking over it. But as you can see, look, he's setting them up, man. If you know boxing, you've seen this coming. He was setting him up. The feints, the up downs, mixing it up. Dillian White was just like a confused fighter from round 1 to round 6 to the ending. And I seen something. Y'all, listen, I want to run this off too, right? Let me run this off right now, right? While we're talking. Some of y'all might say, oh, you're pocket watching. No, I'm going to just run this off, right? Let me run this off for y'all real quick, right? These are some numbers because, guys love talking about numbers, right? All right. This was a post that I seen, right? Okay. Now, look. Tyson Fury's final purse for the Dillian White fight is $33.6 million. It was 29. He was guaranteed 29.5 million, but then he earned the 4.1 million winner bonus, bringing his total to $33.6 million for 6 rounds worth of work. Dillian White got 7.4 million. 7.4 million for 6 rounds, got knocked out. 7-4. So he lost, but he really didn't lose. But let's break this down. See, that's why I like certain breakdowns, right? Tyson Fury made 33.6 million for a 6-round KO of Dylan White. He, like I said, that was a 6 round. He got him out of 6 rounds. So he averaged. Let's put this in perspective, man. I don't even think Dennis Ugas earned this last week fighting Earl Spence. He earned $5.6 million per round. Let me repeat that. It won 6 rounds. He got paid 33 million point six. So he earned a little over 5.5 million. $0.9 million per round. Million per minute. Per second. 31,000. Man, what a night of boxing. See, heavyweight boxing is where the money is at, man. People was in attendance. I think that is a record. I gotta look that up. But I believe that is a record. You know, what a send-off. What a way to go out, man. Making 1.9 million per minute. Man. What was the I think one was guaranteed, man. That he got for that fight, man. What was watch this? Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, share. What was Ugas's guarantee last week for his pay-per-view fight? Tyson Fury made 1.9 million per minute in this heavyweight clash. Man, big business, man. Big business, man. Big business, man. Yeah, him and what's the name are funny, man. I can't wait to see Sugar because when I interview him, right? I gotta ask him about that. Sugar's always taking his shirt off at the press conferences, man. Yeah, Sugar, what's going on, man? Taking your shirt off with your fighter, man. You're up there like you fought, man. You know, I guess you guys are heavyweight rock star trainers and heavyweight rock star fighters, coaches, and shit of that nature. You know, but that's dope though, man. Dope shit, man. Tyson Fury really broke him down, man. I think that uppercut is coming up pretty soon. You know, pretty soon the uppercut should be dropping. Let's just hear how we are sounding on some of these other platforms. See how the audio is sounding. You know, how are they blocking my streams, bro? See, people be reporting your shit, right? People be reporting your shit. Yeah, people be reporting your shit too much, man. Somebody reported this, right? This is crazy, right? That's how you know people be on here. They claim they don't be watching me, but they got to be watching because what I'm doing is allowed to do. I'm just speaking over a video. There's no actual audio. You have my audio, and I am breaking it down. You know, that's it. That's all I'm doing. Okay, watch this. Let me just break this down. Over a muted video. See, dudes, you know what it is? I'm gonna tell you. You got so many people on this YouTube that all they do, this is what they do. This is how they make money. I don't make no money off of YouTube. I'm not trying to make no money off of YouTube because, like I said, there's not enough money in order for me to really do this. Like some of these dudes be on this shit 24/7. This is their life. This is their life. So you reported my stream, so it got shut down on Facebook. This is what it is. I was shocked how Fury just controlled White from the beginning. Nah, I wasn't. Fury's a masterful boxer, E. If you know, you know, E. Fury could box, man. Fury's no slouch, man. I don't know why people act like dude can't box, man. Dude is a masterful boxer. He boxes his ass off. He set that uppercut up from round one. From round one. See him pouring with the jab right there? Pouring with the jab on the ropes. Caught him coming in right there with a nice right. He was just breaking this dude down, man. Dillian White was just happy to get that 7.4 million, man. And I'm not mad at him for that, man. He earned over $1 million a round, right? Yeah. Yeah, he earned over $1 million a round. There it is. Boom. Did you see that on the button? Look at that, man. He set that beautifully. Beautifully. That was set up so gorgeous. Look, he's drunk right now. Look. Oh man. There it is. It's over. It is over. All right, let's close this. Let's close out of that. I want to stop that. But yes, you guys reported my stream. Unfortunate, man. Unfortunate that you guys reported that. And like I said, I don't even own that video. Right? I don't even own that video. But that was just me highlighting that video. Nobody has ever done that to White. White always found a way to make it a war or make it uncomfortable. Yes, correct, E. That is correct. But when you are dealing with a 6'9" polar bear that can move, that knows how to control distance, works behind a jab, has a solid coach over there who was trained and learned the ways of the late, great Emmanuel Stewart, and you have a solid game plan. See, a lot of people don't talk about Sugar Hill enough. You talk about all these other guys because, like I said, YouTube, boxing, conversations, community, they don't. It's so many people on YouTube that discuss boxing every day that all they do is push narratives. And if you're not the popular or in with the in crowd, you get drowned, you get overlooked, and they just push narratives. Sugar Hill is one of the best coaches in the game, but you don't hear them saying, oh, one of the best boxing coaches. No, why? Because he's working with Tyson Fury. And people don't like Tyson Fury because Tyson Fury dominated Deontay Wilder. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Fury is he said Fury is a freak of nature. He's Shaq when Shaq first came. Yeah, he's something, man. He's something, man. He's 6'9" polar bear, man, but he could box, man. He boxes, man. I always liked him, but he really, as a boxing person that's in the gyms and been around fighters my whole life, I really started taking a liking to him when I seen what he did to Deontay Wilder. After like a hiatus, man, the dude was like, he was on drugs. He was an alcoholic. He was doing all kind of other shit that the normal person would have came back and Deontay Wilder would have decapitated him. But him came back, Arguably, he gave Deontay Wilder that first fight a boxing lesson. He got caught twice, so they called it a draw. Then the second time, that's why I said this man does not get no credit. Sugar Hill cleaned up a lot of shit, man, and he fucking steamrolled Wilder. And that's when they said he had loaded gloves. Loaded gloves. Then the third fight, epic fight. Wilder gave it everything he had. Dropped him. The man got up and finished Wilder, man. Great fight, man. He could fight, man. He's up there, man. He's definitely in the top 10 heavyweights of all time, man. I know a lot of guys was knocking him, saying he hasn't done enough, he hasn't fought enough. Like, come on, man. Sometimes fighters, they're not blessed to be in the era where they have other great heavyweights. So they have to just do what they have to do. But man, the guy could box, man. He could box, man. It's not a black thing, it's not a white thing, it's a fighting thing. He's a skillful heavyweight, man. Very skillful heavyweight that can move and do a lot, man. And yesterday he displayed that. He definitely displayed that. Let me see how my audio was sounding. What they do. This is what they do. This is how they make money. Let me see how I'm sounding. He definitely displayed that. Let me see how my audio. All right, I'm sounding good. Just got to make sure about that, man. But yes, they shut me down on Facebook. Somebody reported my stream as usual. That's why I said, like, I'm so much leaning away from boxing. I do what I do in boxing because, like I said, I'm a part of a boxing team. So it doesn't. I'm always going to be in the game, right? But as far as like giving, because like you know what I do when I come on YouTube, right? This is free consulting. This is free, free insight, free insider source that I give away. That's what I said. This is free. Like most of these guys that you guys chime into, or you guys quote unquote claim yourself supporting, they are so far away from the game. I mean the actual game. They're not in no gyms. They're not working with no fighters. They're not doing nothing other than coming on YouTube, getting in debates, or just fucking the game up, man. Fucking people's brands up, putting false narratives out there. You see how I just broke down the numbers? How I said Tyson Fury made what was it, 5 point something per million per round, 1 point something, 1.9 per minute. See, these are actual numbers that go with what he made. So when you get these guys that come on here and they say other fighters is doing this and doing that, and then their numbers don't add up to that, the narrative has to change. So now they got the fighter looking kind of like, yo, why are you saying this? He's not that. You understand what I'm saying? That's what YouTube does. That's what the YTC community does. That's what these social media groups do. You know? Because I think today is Sunday. When they released those pay-per-view numbers from the Spence Ugas fight, they was in an uproar because anytime when it deals with certain people's favorite fighters, if the numbers aren't what they believe it's supposed to be, that's when the narratives come out and the narratives change. You see what I'm saying? That's why I say YouTube, social media, they hurt more boxers, brands than they help them. Because instead of just being a fan of the sport and a fan of a particular fighter, you guys try to overhype certain fighters, down talk other fighters. And then when the facts come out and the numbers come out, and it's just bad. Like, and I think they put those numbers out to put people in perspective, man. How the man made 1.9 million per second. He made 1.9 million per minute. My bad, I said per second. He made 31,000 per second for that fight, Tyson Fury, right? And like I stated earlier, these guys are going to play this back, and I want them to play this back and take this into consideration. The man made 1.9 million per minute of that fight. I don't even think Ugas got a guaranteed purse of that. So he made more than Ugas' guaranteed purse in 1 minute. In 1 minute. One round, forget about it. He made what? I said 5.6, 5.4, something of those lines. Break it down yourself. Get a calculator, do it, man. Yes, you have been rocking out with yours truly, Showtime Sizzle. I am the Source. This is the Source Experience. Like I said, I'm not staying on too long. I just gave y'all half an hour. Shout out to Captain Chaos in the building. He said he's really a super heavyweight. Yeah, man. He's a polar bear. I call him the polar bear. The dancing polar bear. But yes, I am going to wrap this up, man. You know, that was just a little Source Experience. You know, they shut me down on Facebook. Dudes is like crazy with it, man. You understand? But yeah, be on the lookout in the group. I'm gonna post some images by Shy News, you know, new photography. I'm loving my new camera, learning my new camera. I posted the Source Sisters Adventures yesterday, medieval time, great time with the family. You know, wonderful time. Great pictures, videos. Definitely check that out. Like, subscribe, share to the Source Experience. Like I said, as you can see, we are growing the brand. Hey, Daffy. Yes, we are growing the brand. Thank you. Appreciate that, E. That's a fact. E, you know the vibes, man. But yeah, I got some dope photos I want to upload. I'm probably gonna be uploading them on the Instagram page as well as the Facebook group. But definitely check out my video. I edited my own video yesterday, and my daughter took some photos. I want to put those up on the highway, teaching her the craft now. Start them early. Plant the seeds early and watch them grow. Like Uncle Platt says, Platt. But I had both of my daughters working the camera yesterday, you know, instilling different passions and things in them. You know, photography never gets old. And if you have an eye for photography, man, you know, they say a picture's worth 1,000 words. Shout out to World Combat Sports for inspiring me to get on my photography game. Him and my guy Stunner Ron. Shout out to Stunner Ron. Stunner Ron is also Team Tucker. He does a lot, you know, with the visuals that we are doing. But yes, man, wonderful heavyweight fight. 94,000 people, man. 94,000. So that's a double up. See, and I want to say this, right? And this is no shot, but it is a shot. Last week, it was so much hype, over 39,000, right? We need to have that same energy this week. The man had 94,000. That's a double up, more than a double up. You take 39,000 twice, it still doesn't add up to 94,000. Hopefully, y'all caught that sauce. So we need to have that same energy if you really respect and love boxing. Because the man had 94,000 people in Wembley Stadium yesterday and closed out with a 6-round knockout, classic uppercut. Hopefully, y'all enjoyed this sauce. Everybody enjoy their Sunday. Always keep God first. Build, build, build. March, march, march. You know the vibes. You have been rocking up with yours truly, Showtime Sizzle. Like, subscribe, share. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Most likely, they are trying to do it like the sauce. You know the vibes.
Hey, you. I'm Champ 5, and shout out to the Source Talk podcast. You already know what it is. Let's go.
Hey, you guys. A shout out to Sauce Talk podcast. You guys enjoy it. It's a good one.
Yo, man, it's your hot Tucker, man. the real GOAT, LeBron done of the game, man. Shout out to the Source Talk podcast. Shout out my man Showtime Shot. If you ain't know, now you know. Hey, everybody.
Screw you. That's right.
You.
Like, subscribe, and hit that bell.